to generate an extra, £100,000 worth of business just through an initial 2-month collaboration.
So you want to eventually get 2 new salespeople in order to be able to accommodate, work on all the extra leads and all the extra business that my marketing activities are generating.
We generated £30,000 in the first month, and the following month, 60,000. We generated in the first couple of months 120 new leads, which is brilliant for any business to get an extra 120 leads. That would represent something in the region of £100,000 worth of business.
Stuart, hi, hello.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me.
No problem.
Tell me, what do you do and how did you find me in the first place?
Okay, so I run very much a niche mortgage brokerage focusing on people who are mainly self-employed, company directors, maybe problems with credit. So I guess kind of not straightforward mortgages. We met prior to COVID. I think it was originally 18 months before COVID. And I met you through a referral from one of my close friends who's also in the same business.
Okay, and what happened at the time when we worked? Walk me through some numbers.
Yeah, so we obviously COVID was a very difficult time. Our revenues had decreased dramatically, and through the work you were doing through us at the time, you generated, or as a result of your input, we generated £30,000 in the first month of leads that obviously meant business, and the following month 60,000, which at the time was extraordinary.
Okay, and then you reached out to me again about 6-7 months ago. What happened?
Yeah, that's when we first started talking. Yeah. Well, again, in the mortgage business is no different to other businesses. Things evolve, things change, and you have to kind of move with the time. My focus in terms of the clients we want to attract is millennials and Gen Zs. So I felt that you'd be in a much better situation to understand how I could reach to those clients. We had conversations, you came up with some propositions. We started using your ebooks, PDFs, etc. And yeah, you took over the whole campaign.
Right. So can you tell us a bit more this year, what success have you noticed once we implemented digital products in your marketing campaign?
Yes. Yeah, so you implemented those strategies. You took over the whole campaign. As a result, we, it's very successful. Generated in the first couple of months 120 new leads, which is brilliant for any business to get an extra 120 leads. That would represent something in the region of £100,000 worth of business. We only actually started the campaign a couple of months ago. We've already closed 45,000 of that, but confident expecting to close the rest. So it's been an outstanding success.
Okay, and can you tell us what were your biggest challenges before started working with me?
Well, I think, as I said, it was understanding how to reach those clients that we wanted to reach, who have different ways of accessing their information, different ways of looking for solutions. And I felt from our previous conversations that you would be the person that could help us with that. And yeah, you were.
Okay, but you weren't sure at the beginning about all this online products, PDFs, ebooks. I remember you were quite skeptic.
Well, I like to think I'm fairly open-minded, but yeah, I mean, obviously it's not something I'm familiar with. It's not something that I've used. So yeah, and obviously I trusted your views from our previous conversations. I knew that what you tended to say tended to work, and although I wasn't familiar with it, I certainly was happy to give it a go. And yeah, it's been brilliant.
Can you tell me what helped you the most? What 1 or 2 things were crucial in your opinion?
I think, I mean, obviously you, because you've managed the campaigns and you basically looked at what we wanted and what we were doing, and you came up with a strategy. So I think that would be the first and foremost. I would say the ebooks have been the most successful part. That's kind of helped people understanding the mortgage process. So not everybody understands. It's just nice to have that information, and that's feedback I've had from our clients is that's been a real kind of game changer for them as to why they've come to us.
Well, first and foremost, these ebooks were the reason why we had so many leads out of the blue.
Yes.
and so
Absolutely,
many
yeah.
sales.
Yeah, it's been great.
Can you tell me, how did your business situation change as a result of our collaboration?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, the turnover's increased.
Can you give some specific numbers? How much?
Oh, yeah, I mean, one thing, as I said, so, we're on target to generate an extra, £100,000 worth of business just through an initial 2-month collaboration. And I suppose to put it in perspective, that turnover is something, like 2 million a year. So to generate that amount from one single 2-month campaign, and that's just a start. So I know, obviously I know that I can step on the gas and extrapolate that over a year. That's going to have a significant impact on, on our business. And, so much so that the staff I have in place right now is not sufficient to cope with what we've generated. So, as you know, we've had to temporarily put the campaign on hold until I can find some staffing solutions.
Right, that's a very good one. So you are actually looking for more people to work for you because we are generating too many leads, and as a result, too much business for you to handle.
No, exactly that. Yeah. So, there's obviously the people that I have already are all very effective, but there's a limit to how much we can do. So yeah, it's, I suppose, in terms of the overall economy, it's good because we're going to create new options or opportunities for new people to come and work in the business.
So how many new salespeople are you actually looking for? Did you say 2?
Well, we're actively talking to one person now, and with the view of taking on somebody else. And that's completely down to the extra revenue that your campaign has generated.
So you want to eventually get 2 new salespeople in order to be able to accommodate, work on all the extra leads and all the extra business that my marketing activities are generating.
Yeah. Yes, exactly that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I had to put it on. That's why I had to put it on pause at the moment because we can't cope with the. Sounds like a terrible thing. We can't cope with the volumes as it stands, so we've had to pause it while we get a staffing solution in place.
So my marketing worked too well for you to handle.
Yeah, I hate to say that it worked too well, but that's the truth.
What a luxurious problem to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, who can complain?
Right. What would you say to someone who is thinking about working with me and is actually watching this video?
Okay, well, you promised not to approach any other mortgage brokers, but
I'm not going to work for anyone else in your area, that's for sure.
Okay, that's perfect. But yeah, anybody else? Yeah, what's there not to like? It's
extra 100 grand.
Pardon? Well, exactly.
Extra 100 grand.
Yeah, I mean, how can you? It's been you kind of met us, you analyzed our business, you identified a program, you implemented that program, you followed it through, and continuing to follow it through. It's been fantastic. So I think for anybody who has any business that needs more leads, then they should 100% entrust their marketing to you.
So my prediction for the next month, provided that you're going to find 2 additional salespeople, is actually 150K.
100K, but that's amazing. So yeah, I mean, but that's only after a 2-month, and obviously it takes a while for it to actually kind of filter through. So what you generated was a shock to me, probably not a shock to you, but it was a shock to me. I wasn't expecting it to generate that much. So yeah, we've had to pause it, but it could be, it will be significantly more than that when we restart it.
Wonderful. Stuart, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
And looking forward to working with you even more.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.